Jennifer Koenig's front and center. Now, what have I been promising you for the last month or two? That your license was going to be taken away. Now, you're in the first stages of that, bitch. You're being investigated. And you can thank me. Here's an actual case where you can blame us Jews for this, okay? Don't be blaming us for anything else that you created on your own. But this, your license being taken away, blame my Jewish ass. Not only did I write a letter, bitch, but guess what I did? I emailed the conduct board, the New York State conduct board that does your licensing. Now, what do you suppose I emailed them, cunt? Your videos. Yeah, I sent them the one you made on psychiatry being a pseudoscience. And I asked the board, do you usually give nurse psychiatrists licensing privileges when they call psychiatry a pseudoscience? You know, it was funny. When she was making $225,000 a year doing this bullshit, you notice how it wasn't a pseudoscience then? Anyway, she spent years trying to get the license and all this shit. It only became a pseudoscience after she got called out on it. So guess what? If she always thought psychiatry does more harm than good, and it's a pseudoscience, then she's a fucking grifter, and a con man and a thief. Fucking stupid ass cock. So we sent that one, and we sent, what else did we send? Oh yeah, the one where you attacked the Israelites and the Spider-Man had to come to their rescue, and you told Spider-Man to fuck off, you stupid bitch. And then your last one, the Project Coffee one. Oh yeah. And it's weird with this broad, like, everybody that comes up to her, you know, she goes, he gives me rape vibes. Like, this is the type of left-wing woke feminist that thinks every guy wants to insert his penis in her fucking vagina. Bitch, I wouldn't fuck you with a 10-foot pole, which in my case is about 9 feet too short of my 12-inch cock. Nobody wants to... This bitch probably had a sexual assault. Every guy she comes in contact with, she made a video saying, the same video where she went off on these fucking Israeli dudes, she made some stupid video saying, why does every guy want to touch you? He gives me rape vibes. Like, this is the kind of bitch that if you fucking went out with her, got her a little tipsy, and had sex with her, the next morning if you regretted it, guess what? Officer, I was raped last night. Guys, stay away from cunts like this, I'm telling you. Trust me, she's the type, if she knew I was a Zionist Jew, she would try to make rape claims against me. Look, I live 3,000 miles away from her ass. This is a dangerous person, and this vid will also be sent to the New York Licensing Board. Because I want her license, people. Imagine that. And then she says, she doesn't understand. She goes, well, the coffee shop didn't want to serve a congressman or whatever named Danny Goldman or something because they found out he was Jewish. And she thinks that a coffee shop can legally keep a Jew out and discriminate against a Jewish person. Bitch, are you fucking crazy? There's civil rights laws enacted in 1964, cunt. You cannot discriminate based on somebody's nationality, religion, ethnicity, color, sexual preference, any of that shit. Stupid idiot. With this collective punishment. Well, there went the IDF, therefore they must have killed babies. Bitch, let me explain. There were 76,000 people killed there, according to Hamas, okay? Now, out of the 76,000, I'm guessing at least 30 to 40,000 were fucking Hamas fighters. Literally. And the rest of them were either Hamas supporters or teenagers who were ready to join Hamas. So out of a 2 million population, 76,000 were killed. You know how many people we killed in Iraq and Fallujah alone? You know how many people, wait, it's funny, she's so worried about human rights, all these people, but yet it was crickets. During the 12-year civil war in Syria, 500 to 600,000 civilians were killed. Gassed by Assad. She didn't say shit, did she? Was she getting on there criticizing the Syrian regime? No. What about Sudan? Country became in existence in 1957. That's where Amra Fudul was from, a.k.a. Myron Gaze, because he's gay. They've been in civil war for 80% of their existence. The northern part of Sudan at one time was part of Egypt. So you've got these Arab Muslims fighting these black Christians. And this has been going on since 1957. Literally. You've got like 2 million people, refugees displaced by this nonsense. But since Jews are not involved, nobody says boo. Like 1.2 million Russian soldiers have been killed in Ukraine. God knows how many Ukrainians have been killed. Even if they're just soldiers. No cry for that. Do you hear? It's crickets. Cricket, chirp, chirp, chirp. Okay? So this is to you, Jennifer. And this is going to the licensing board. I want this cunt's license not suspended. Permanently removed. She shows no remorse. She thinks free speech. She's got a warped sense of what free speech is. Let me explain what free speech is. Free speech only means this. I can criticize the government, and the government can't arrest me for it. That's the basic thing of free speech. Unless it's insightful violence or something. Or you'll fire the theater. But that's what free speech is. She thinks there's free speech without consequences. Which means I can go up to a bunch of Israelis and call them baby killers, and if my employer fires me for that, they're in the wrong. No, they're not. You had your free speech, and you said what you did, and they have what's called freedom of association, which means they can fire your ass since you're an at-will employee, and even if you had a contract, there's a contract. Most contracts stipulate this kind of nonsense. Everybody's a Zionist to her. And don't forget, that's code now for Jew. The only reason they use Zionist now is because they know that, that skips over the algorithm. Because on some of these algorithms, other than Facebook, like in YouTube, a Zionist is a political entity, even though it's not. So what they really mean is Jews. This broad is a Jew hater. You know what the sad part is, too? She's making $225,000 a year. She's working out Mount Sinai Hospital, which is basically a hospital started by Jews in New York, because we need our own hospitals because we're discriminated against. This broad is working amongst Jews, and she's denying, she worked at Mount Sinai 5 years, 6 years. This cunt could have found a nice Jewish doctor to marry, a dude making $300,000-400,000 a year. She's making $225,000. They could have been making over $500,000 a year. Jewish guys make the best husbands. But no, she associates herself with these Palestinian sand niggas. They fake people. There is no Palestinian people. Get over it. Learn your history. Please. Let me review it again. 70 AD, the Romans decided to destroy our second temple. And they took the name, our land, our holy land of Israel, and they renamed it Palestine, after the Philistines, our arch enemy. In fact, Goliath, in the story of David and Goliath, was a Philistine. So the Romans, after they exiled us, 70 AD, they basically gave us the middle finger after destroying our temple and renamed the land Palestine. Yes. And then that was named that, and then you had a few other empires take over. Then the Ottoman Empire was controlling it for 400 years. No mention of Palestine then. So it was Roman colonizers initially called it Palestine. There's no P in Arabic, that's why they call it Philistine. And somehow they think they're the ancestors of the Philistines. No, if anything, the Canaanites, who were pagans. Most of these people are just Egyptians and Jordans. They're just fucking Arabs. They're basically mutts. They're a mixture of, they're everything. And why do you think no Arab country wants these people? Because they're so fucking radical. I'm telling you. So what happened? 1917, after World War I, the British take over the area, Ottoman Empire falls, and for some reason, whatever reason, the British decide to call it Palestine again. I mean, if they would have called it Legoland, guess what? These people would be calling themselves Legolites. You see what I'm saying? There's never been a Palestinian country, nation, king, currency, nothing. Zero. Why? Because they're not a people. They're a people, but it's a made-up term. In fact, from 1917 to 1948, anybody living in that land of Palestine was called a Palestinian, whether you're Jewish, Muslim, or Christian. You're all Palestinians. This whole knows. And in 48, they weren't pushing for a Palestinian nation. These Arabs under Nasser, the Egyptian dictator, they were pushing for what? Pan-Arab nationalism. Only until 1967, after the 6-Day War, Yom Kippur War, guess what? After Gaza was taken over by Israel, because Egypt had it before, then all of a sudden, thanks to the KGB's help and propaganda, then they started pushing for this Palestinian nationality under Yasser Arafat. Prior to that, there were, it's like, you know, us Jews go back 3,000-4,000 years. These Palestinians, but even if, first of all, they're colonizers, number one, they're squatters on my land. And at most, they go back to 70 AD. Seriously. But more recently, 1917 to 1948, and then again in 1967. These are not a people. They're not a nation. In fact, they've been offered their own nation, a two-state solution 5 times, and rejected it every time. So fuck these people. Fuck Jennifer Koenings. She's got no clue about this history of this land. Shit. It's the only land in history that the true indigenous people have returned to after 2,000 years. It's the only land that's listed in 3 Abrahamic religious texts, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran. All 3 Abrahamic religions. Islam, Muslims, same thing. Christianity, and Judaism. I mean, obviously, you know, where was Jesus born? Bethlehem. Yeah? Was he Jewish? Yes. I mean, anybody that believes in any of those religions knows for a fact God gave that land to us Jews. And even if you don't believe it, and don't believe in God, dig up the land. Where do you think that Wailing Wall is? The Western Wall. That was our temple. Dig up the ground. It's all our artifacts. The Dead Sea Scrolls written by us. You think these dumb sand nigs were writing detailed scrolls, scripts? It's disgusting. So licensing board, take this cunt's fucking license. Shove it up her fucking ass. Let her suffer now. And you know what the biggest problem for her is? Not that she'll never work again, because even with the license, unless she opens her own shop, she'll never work. Guess what? No guy's going to want to marry her now to save her ass. See, when she was making $225,000 a year, she looks good to a guy. Even with $100,000 student loan debt. But when you're a radical leftist feminist, and you've got no potential to make anything except working McDonald's, what guy's gonna marry your fucking ass, lesbian? Plus, I think she's a lesbian anyway. This fat chick she went to Turkey with, I bet they ate each other's pussies out. She made a cooking video with her. It's on her website, or on YouTube. And the way she's looking at her, it was like a guy, you know, like the male gaze. She was like looking at this chick. She had Google eyes. Like she wanted to fucking lick her pussy. I'm telling you. She spent like a month in Istanbul with this fucking, I don't know what this broad is. Turkish, she's Muslim, Arab, Palestinian, I don't even fucking know. But I bet they went down on each other. I bet they ate each other's pussies out. I bet they even put a strap-on on. Maybe fuck each other for all I know. All I know is I want this bitch's license, and I wanted it yesterday fucking day.